I went on a first date yesterday. When I got to the restaurant, my date said, "I've slept with 3 men before I met you." I said, "Wow, I'm only 20 minutes late." Anyway, welcome to Shave&Butcher. Breaking in this brush. So the handle, which I got from Marion the Barbarian, beautiful American barber handle. I fitted a boar knot from Maggard's 24 millimeters, I think. The hole was 24.2, so I had to squeeze it a bit. I've started breaking it in. I have basically just lathered, kind of like normal, but in my hand, you know, and rinsed it and dried it vigorously against a towel like I usually do. I've done that 3 times, I think. Probably still not broken in properly yet, but I'll continue using it. So I'll use it in the shave today. It's starting to break up a little bit. The tips are breaking up. So I'm going to soak this and I'll be back for the shave. Okay, the razor today is a Shave&Butcher, extra hollow grind, a bit of a smile to it. It has been refurbished a little bit too much to my liking, so you can barely make up Shave&Butcher on the God, what is it? This thing is called the tang. Can't remember anymore, but it's a hollow razor. It's actually very good. Ugly replacement scales. I assume these are replacement, but it works. Shaves like a dream. The soap, this is the first time we use another soap than Mitchell's Woolfat in a month and a half, I think. This is from Portugal, Westman Shaving. This is Mazagran, and this is inspired by a Portuguese drink, coffee-based liqueur. I don't have a whole lot left. Something's happened in the middle there, some crystallization of something. Still smells really good. I have the aftershave. Nice artwork, I think, on this one. Probably not from Portugal, but what do I know? So this is like a liquid balm sort of thing, a bit similar to the recovery splash from Singari Man. So that's what we're using, and we're drinking a Malbec from Argentina. How do you say cheers in Spanish? Oh my God, I can't remember. I don't travel enough these days. Prost in Austria, Santé in French, and Salute, I don't know, maybe that's only for tequila. Anyway, very nice. You have Malbec coming out of Argentina and France. And I think the vines were originally from France and they were shipped over to Argentina and sort of took off. The French stuff is good as well, although the Argentinian wines are much more affordable. Rocking my mirror image, Wet Shavers United, from the Facebook group. Thanks again for sending that across. Okay, so the brush is moist. I've squeezed out essentially all of the water, and I'm going to attempt loading it from the container. I know some people don't load from the container, and I absolutely understand that. The soap sort of keeps a bit better if you don't expose it to water. But I started top loading, so I'll continue. I don't have a whole lot left actually. I guess I need to put quite a bit of soap into the brush, so I'm loading very heavily because I'm assuming the brush will eat up a lot of the lather. Now, some board brushes require quite a bit of breaking in. Actually, most board brushes do. This one is probably no exception. But rather than fiddling around, putting it in the freezer, using sandpaper, oh yeah, it's eating lather quite a bit. I thought, well, I'll just use it until it's broken in. I might have to do sort of 20 latherings before it's good to go, but we'll see. So this is number 4. That's not looking like it's gonna fly. I'll add shitloads of additional soap then. Now, double dipping like I'm doing now. So putting the brush into the container after I've had it on my face and all the germs and stuff, bacteria, skin, whatever, is not advisable. But I do clean my soaps very carefully after I've used them. So that's that. Should be all right. So I'm adding another equal amount of lather. So I used to have shitloads, and now I have shitloads times 2 to 3. I'm scooping up the stuff that's left in the container. We'll see. I'm gonna do the shave anyway. If you have a good razor, you can shave with almost without soap. So you see, this is a lot of soap. I've used different techniques for breaking in board brushes in the past, like putting it in water in the freezer, using a hair blower. It's called hair blower. The stuff the machine that blows your hair. Borrowed my wife's, if you're wondering. Let's see if that makes a difference. This is a low density lather kind of soap. It just eats it up. It's actually quite funny. But it's not dying yet, so we'll add a little bit of water at a time. See what happens. Still not breaking down. Not foaming either, but that could be due to the fact that I've got so much soap in the brush. I'm gently dipping the tip of the brush when I do the movement. Let's see. So today has been a building day. I started building a fence. Designed by my wife, as usual. Kind of mission impossible. I want it to sort of appear like it's floating. Okay, but I'll have to connect it to the ground somehow. Yeah, but can you do it so we can't see how it's done? Not really. But the first bit turned out really well, actually. So I'm putting reinforcing bars, rebars, I think they're called. The stuff that comes in a grid, and you use it to reinforce concrete when you're building a house or making foundations for something. Boy, those things are crooked. So I'm cutting those up, sort of 1.5 meters long times 65 centimeters tall, so a low fence for the dog. And in between I'm putting as skinny posts as possible. Wow, this is laborious. So the leather is not taken off, and if it hasn't at this point, it just won't. But I have so much soap that it's still going to be quite enough for the shave. Still a bit on the dry side. Oh, getting a cramp. You're getting a cramp in your eyes watching me. So yeah, those are put on a, we call it a sleeper. So originally used for putting railway tracks on. Although this is not the real stuff. The real stuff is so filled with toxin that everything just dies around it, and those are, I think those are illegal in this country. So these are just same shape but made of treated wood, pressure treated wood. God, this is taking time. I'm gonna add more water. It's not gonna lift, but it will be enough. Very good. Exercise from breaking in the brush, because it's getting a lot of use. Boy. Okay, sorry to put you through this. So skinny post, so you mainly see the rebars. Okay, it's starting to die now. So I won't put any more water in it. Is that good? I don't know. We'll find out. And then I need a top layer that I made from just pressure treated wood, the thin stuff that you use for flooring, because I want it, or she wants it to be as thin as possible, and it worked out pretty well. Trick is, such a good razor. Trick is to be very meticulous. It's a good lather. Because I'm drilling holes into the posts and into the super thin 22 millimeter top layer, so that the grid of rebars is stable. And I don't want to drill big holes, so it's the threads are 8 millimeters and the holes are 10, which is the minimum. It's a lot of measuring. Oh, the Van Dyke is gone. Van Dyke survived 4 hours. I actually shaved it off before my wife came home from work. I wanted to keep it to annoy her a little bit because she hates that sort of thing. But it didn't look good. Some of you were generous in your comments and said it did look good, but I just don't like it. If I'm ever having beard growth again, it's going to be a full beard and a big one. And that, I think, will happen again. The main joy from a big beard like that is the mustache. To grow the beard for long enough, you get a nice handlebar mustache. And I do enjoy that. Maybe for the winter time, this coming winter or another winter. So after shaving, I showed my kids, who were, well, reasonably enthusiastic. Not a lot of exciting things go on in Dad's life, so growing a bit of a beard is excitement enough for them to get enthusiastic. And I think they told my wife, because when she got home, she looked at me, sort of, and saw there was nothing there. Didn't say a word, and I didn't say anything, but, she was probably preparing for, wow, that's thin. This brush just eats up everything. This is what happens if you have a brush that isn't broken in properly. This is so thin you can barely see it. Probably have 3 or 4 times the amount of soap that I usually have in the lather. Let's see if we can shave with it. Yes, we can. For it's a good soap and a good razor, then it works. You don't need a thick lather. Yeah, so she approved. It's been 2 weeks since I ordered my golf clubs, my irons. There's 1 week left to go. It's like being a small kid waiting for Christmas. Painstaking. I did another round 2 days ago and played well, short, conservative strokes, no chances, and got a decent score. But it's no fun playing with your old clubs when you know you have no new clubs on the way. I know people are starving in Africa and everything, but I really want those clubs to come. And for the record, I am donating money to people starving. So, not as much as the golf clubs cost, but still. Oh, I cut myself. Fuck. Idiot. It's an unusual place for a cat. Maybe the lather is a little bit on the thin side. I'm waiting for the bleeding to start. Pretty sure it will come. Starting a little bit over here. So there's just nothing left. My Lord, can you see how that's eating up the lather? Incredible. Yeah, so not broken in properly, that's for sure. Oh, that is dry. That's not. Just not good enough. There's nothing, it's just water, essentially. We're having guests for 2 days, so I thought I'd look respectable. Wasn't too bad. So I did cut all the way here, but it's only bleeding down there. All right, I think we did okay, in spite of everything. Good razor, good technique. A good way to stop bleeding is with alcohol. I'm gonna need to have a bit more. Okay, aftershave lotion, Mazagran from Westman Shaving in Portugal. I took the restrictor off, so it pours very quickly. Oh, yeah, that's too much. Put some on the head as well. Shaved the head this morning. Way too much. Oh, but what a smell. One of my favorite soap scents, an aftershave scent. It's lovely. Quite the staying power as well. If you put this on, put enough of it on in the morning, you smell all day. Yeah, I have to cut the rebars with an angle grinder, I think is the word, and the bits are really sharp, so I'm cutting myself everywhere. Could use gloves, but you know, gloves are for, I was gonna say women, but I won't. Très bien, bueno is Spanish. I don't know what good is in Portuguese, I'm sorry. I know 0 words in Portuguese. But Malbec de Argentina. Yeah, I think the bleeding stopped, so alcohol does work. That's it, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you soon. Tomorrow, up early. Start with the fence. What's the earliest you can put an angle grinder into action? I don't know, 6:30? It's a weekday. We'll see. Thanks. Catch you soon. Stay sharp.